Next breath in, let the breath be a little bit full, as if you could breathe to the very edges of your lungs. And softly exhale through the mouth. We'll do 2 more of those. Breathing in, not an intense breath, but a full breath. Exhale through the mouth. Last one, breathing in, breathing out. Allow your awareness to rest in the space of your body. So this can feel like a scanning of the body from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet and back up. And as if it was the first time today that you were noticing the physical form of you, the physical altar of your body. Just allow yourself to feel into it. And I might offer that as you scan the fullness of your physical you, that you notice all of it. The spaces in your body that feel beautiful and spacious, and maybe resting on the props that support you. And also noticing the spaces in your body that maybe are tender, maybe healing, maybe even the spaces in your body you pay less attention to, like the back of the heart, the hinge of the jaw, the soles of the feet. Just allow these next few breaths to just be this journey of just simply bearing witness to the physical you. Your next few breaths, begin to let the breath itself come into this dance of noticing the physical you. Allowing the breath to be this conduit of softening those spaces that are holding any tension. Allowing the breath to be full and complete. Imagining the breath breathing through the connective tissue, the fascia of your body, and breathing into the very edges of the toes, the fingertips, the crown. Just a few moments of allowing breath to come into this dance of noticing, of feeling into your body. Your last few breaths, just allow the scanning, the noticing, the feeling to settle. just allow every ounce of you to begin to drop into the support of the crops, into the earth beneath you. Allowing the fullness of the body to release and let go. The lineage which I study, the Shakta Tantra lineage, we see the body as a pathway to that place of connection to source. The body as this literal vehicle that connects us to divine. There are some traditions that invite us up and out of the body. You may have heard the invitation to clear your mind in meditation. That can be one of those traditions. There's a lot of beauty and wisdom there. But tonight, we're inviting in the energy of down and into self, down and into the body. Imagining this physical vehicle, this physical altar of you as the place where you can actually meet the beautiful essence of divine and however that shows up for you. Allow yourself 3 or so more breaths here, breathing that physical you, the physical body. The bottom of that 3rd breath or so, no need to count perfectly, but about 3 breaths. You'll allow the hands to float onto the belly and pause. Once the hands have connected to that space of the belly, just notice this gives you a more visceral connection to breath. Your palms actually begin to feel the breath. And in these last moments here, these last few moments of breathing, palms on belly, belly on palms. Imagine it as a consecration of your body. A moment of gratitude for the physical you. A willingness just for this evening to be in a place of full reverence, maybe even full connection. Even the spaces that are holding or gripping, or the spaces that are less aware for you. Maybe calling in gratitude for this altar, this temple, this vehicle that connects us to source. Last 2 breaths. Beginning to really invite in super, super slow movements, slower than you think you should. Begin to find little tiny movements of the toes. Maybe a little flicker of the fingertips. moving slower than you think you should, begin the journey of slowly bending one knee and then the other. Soles of feet will either rest on the bolster. You can also scooch the feet onto the mat. Just pause there. Your next breath, allow that right arm to come to the earth, keeping the right arm connected to the floor. So keeping the right arm rooted into the earth. Begin to just drag that right arm a little bit wider. And then on an exhale, super slowly rolling to your right side, you'll come off of the rolled blanket. And just allow the knees to hug in towards the chest here. And in fact, allow there to be a little rounding in the upper back. So you're almost curling your way up into a little ball. The head can rest on that right bicep, that right arm. Just a moment or two and allowing this to almost feel like a counter pose to where we just were. From that space where the blanket was pressing into the back of the heart, now allowing that back of the heart to round. And just allowing a couple of breaths into the space behind the heart. 3 more breaths. As you feel ready, left palm will press into the earth. And just slowly come to rise. So you'll keep your bolster exactly where it is. No need to move the bolster. You'll find one block on the lowest height, and you'll bring it just a little bit further away from the bolster, about a hand width away. So towards this way. And then the second block will come onto its taller height, a little further away still. Take one of your blankets. You can just fold that blanket however feels best for you. I kind of like just a half fold. And bring it over the lowest block. This is the most work you'll do. Exactly. So make sure that there's a little space between the bolster and this blanketed block. You want a little space here. As you're ready, you'll begin to bring the right hip into the bolster. Legs are either staggered, so this would be a staggered shape. This would be more stacked, just depending on what feels best in your body. Right fingertips go into this little valley between the blanketed block and the bolster. And you'll begin to send the right fingertips towards me, so towards the altar wall, and just let the right shoulder rest in that little valley between the blanket and the block. And put the head onto the blanketed block. Now, once the head comes down, you might notice, so for me this feels a little bit low, so what's nice about the folded blanket is you can just fold the blanket up a level and give your head a little more space. You can turn the block up a level. If you're finding that it feels tense on the ankles or the knees, you can bring a blanket between the shins. If you're feeling at all chilly, you're welcome to bring a blanket over the body. So this is the time to really play with the props, to get super comfortable. Sometimes it's like that Princess and the Pea situation, right? There's that one little random fold that's like right on a wrist. And if you just move that one little fold, the body has even more permission to soften. last 2, 3, 4 breaths, settling in, making any shifts or changes. Eventually, you allow the body to get really still. You allow the body to be held by the bolster, by the block, by the earth beneath you. Begin to send breaths into that left side body, the left hip, the left lung. As you breathe in that left side body, continue the journey of letting go, of softening. Noticing where you might be gripping, like the jaw, the throat. Begin to feel into this left side body. As an honoring and an awakening of this connection to your body as a divine vehicle. And I might even invite you to sort of imagine the ways in which your body has showed up for you in your life. Maybe your arms give the best hugs. Maybe your legs carry you up that mountain trail on that beautiful hike. Maybe even gratitude for the automatic breath, the pulse of the lungs, the pulse that holds us through our lifetime, sometimes without us even noticing. Making a choice to stay exactly as you are. Or if you'd like to come just a little bit further into the shape and finding a little bit more exploration, you'll begin to float the left arm up and over the head and allow the left arm to drape over that taller block. Now that likely means you need to move the block so that the hand can just drape on the block. I like to think of the wrist as being held on the block rather than the hand. Now this can actually feel intense in many bodies, so just notice if there's intensity in the shoulders, intensity in the joints, intensity in the ribs. Give yourself permission to go back to that place you just were. resist that drive to be in any discomfort. Instead, allow the body to be fully at ease. In this shape, you have a little more access to the lung of the left side body. Allow these last few breaths to actively, with awareness, breathe the left side body. Breathing gratitude, reverence, a deep bow, a pranam for the physical space of you. Five more breaths. Bottom of your fifth breath or so. You'll take that super slow journey of floating the left hand to rest somewhere on the left hip. Maybe it rests on the bolster. No rush. Moment here, find a pause, find a breath, and on the exhale, soften something in you. Your next breath, you'll just simply roll to the left. So just simply roll the back of the heart onto the bolster. Scoot your hips to the right a little. Back of the heart rests on the bolster and the back of the head rests on the blanketed block. Now the sacrum, the low back should be on the earth, so make sure that you've got the low back supported, low back on the earth. And then knees can be bent, soles of feet to earth, legs can be straight and long. Another nice option is knees together, feet wide. So again, taking a few breaths, a few moments to just play with the shape, to play with the props. Maybe bringing an eye cover over the eyes if it's handy and nearby. And once you've found the support that best serves you, the props in the perfect place, the body supported and restful, allow yourself to get really still, knowing we won't be in this shape as long as that first shape. Just a few moments here. Let the elbows rest on the bolster. Maybe the hands on the belly if that feels okay. Last few moments in this shape, allow yourself to attune to the heart. That could mean the physical heart, the physical beating of the heart just to the left side of the chest. And maybe you also tap into the energetic qualities of your heart. The way your heart moves through the world. The way your heart, as a deeply connected piece of this container of you, how your heart shapes your life, surrounds those you love. Even how your heart stands up against moments where things are a little sharp. Allow these next few moments, these next few breaths to be reverence, a deep bow, a pranam to the space of your heart. About 5 more breaths. Somewhere near that 5th breath, just when the time feels right for you, you'll begin that slow journey to the second side, this time just rolling to the left. Left arm, left shoulders in that little valley between the bolster and the block. No rush to get there, take your time. Notice the props and the way in which you use the support of the props. Maybe similar to that first side, but let it also be customized to how this side is feeling. For now, just letting that right arm rest on the right side, just for now. Let yourself settle first. Just taking any stock, taking notice of what else you need to support the shape. Once you've settled, allow there to be just a moment or two of that deep stillness. Allowing the body to be fully received by the earth herself. And beginning to attune to the right side body, the right hip, the right ribs. space just behind the lower right ribs, where the liver lives, the gallbladder. Part of the system of our body that transforms, that literally creates energy out of that which we take into the world. Making a choice to stay. Or maybe you begin that slow journey. This time the right arm floats up and over onto the block. Just know the block has moved a little, so you'll likely need to make some shifts so that that wrist can just drape over the block. And on this side, as you breathe the right side body, the right ribs, the right lung, let it be gratitude for the way in which your body moves. The way in which you hold yourself in this world. The ways in which you have morphed and changed through age, through wisdom. Maybe even just a little moment, a little pause of gratitude for this ongoing Shakti of flow that allows us to move through the world. About 5 or so more breaths. Somewhere near the bottom of that 5th breath, beginning to float the right arm to the right side body, and no rush. Be slow, be easy. Once that right arm is resting, someplace that feels comfortable for you. way that you have moved through this life. As you feel ready, the right palm comes to the bolster. This time, begin to gently press your way up. And just simply beginning to set your way up for our final Shavasana. This will be for our Yoga Nidra practice. So I'll suggest, if you're not sure what to do, I will suggest keeping the bolster where it is. And once again, rolling up a blanket so that the knees will come open over the blanket. And this time, the blanket will rest behind the heels. You have extra blankets, so one under the head is really nice, one under the body or over the body. Take your time, and if you need anything extra, if you need an extra blanket, so my Nidra teacher talks about this as building the nest. And I think of like the little birds when they build their nest. They're like super intentional, right? They take their time, they settle, and then they come out of the nest and shush it a little more, and then they come back. Shush is a very sacred Sanskrit word, the shush. So just like our little birds, let yourself take these next few moments to just settle, to do all the shifting, all the changing, all the little movements before settling. And as you're making those last final shifts, I'll name that in this Yoga Nidra practice, we're going to journey through a geometric shape in the body called a yantra. It's called the Shakta yantra, and it's literally this belief that as we go through points of light through the body, we build this geometric shape that is literally this connection to divinity. That each time I name a point in the body, you're dropping little bits of ambrosia, little droplets of divine, starlight, the essence of the ocean into your body. But for now, we just simply come to the first place, the breath. And just allow the breath to be even. Allow the breath to be still. Allow the breath to be effortless. Next few breaths, come back to that sense of dropping into the earth, releasing any gripping in the body, letting any thoughts or chatter in the mind just float away. Allowing yourself to arrive. Begin to bring awareness of the breath right at the entry point of the nostrils. All awareness at the nostril point. Noticing any sensations, noticing the feel, the quality of the breath. Allowing all awareness to rest at the entry point of the nostrils for 9 breaths. Releasing awareness, the breath at the nostrils. Allowing with the inhale, the earth to rise up to meet your body. The exhale, allowing the body to be received by the earth. Inhale, earth rises to meet you. Exhale, body softens and releases into the earth. A few breaths. Now begin to count your exhales backwards from 18 to 1. Counting exhales backwards from 18 to 1. If you lose count, come back to 18 and start again. If you reach the number 1, simply start at 18 again. Counting backwards, 18 to 1, each exhale. Releasing the counting. Allowing the breath to just simply be even, steady. awareness to the space above the head, the very crown of the head. Imagining that space above the crown of the head as having a point of light. Point of light from crown of head comes to space between the eyebrows. Point of light to center of nose. Light to the tongue. Base of the throat. Right shoulder joint. Right elbow joint. Right wrist joint. Light palm of right hand. Tip of the right thumb. Tip of right index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Light tip of pinky finger. Right wrist joint. Elbow joint. Right shoulder joint. Base of the throat. Left shoulder joint. Left elbow. Wrist. Light to palm of left hand. Tip of left thumb. Left index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Light to tip of left little finger. Left wrist joint. Left elbow. Shoulder. Base of the throat. Center of chest. Right chest. Center chest. Light to left chest. Heart center. Navel center. Light to pelvic center. Right hip joint. Center of right thigh. Right knee. Right calf. Right ankle joint. Right big toe. Second. Middle. Fourth. Right little toe. Sole of the right foot. Light right ankle joint. Right calf. Knee joint. Right thigh. Right hip. Center of pelvis. Left hip joint. Center of left thigh. Left knee. left calf, ankle, left big toe, second toe, middle, fourth, left little toe, sole of left foot, ankle joint, left calf, knee joint, center of left thigh, left hip, light to pelvic center, navel center, heart center, base of the throat, tongue, center of nose, light to eyebrow center. Allow all awareness to rest at eyebrow center. Resting in the point of light. All awareness resting at third eye center for 3 minutes. Aware of your breath. Aware of your body resting on the earth. aware of your body being held by the earth. Aware of your breath breathing you. Aware of any sounds outside this room. Aware of any sounds inside the room. Aware of your body as sacred form. As you feel ready, begin to let the thumb drag across the tip of each finger, super slowly. Eventually find little movements of the tips of the toe. Maybe eventually find a rock of the head side to side. Breathing in, and breathing out. And just when the time feels right for you, begin to bend one knee, the other, in the way that best feels right in your body. Taking at least 10 breaths to get there. You'll slowly roll to one side. So you found your way onto one side. Knees curling towards the chest. Last moment or so of remembering your body as this conduit, this vehicle that allows us to live life. The body as a vehicle to connect with all that is divine in this world. The body not as an obstacle on our path to awakening, but instead the body as the divine remembered through form. One or two more easy breaths. As you feel ready, maybe keeping the eyes closed or keeping the eyes heavy. Begin a slow journey of pressing your way up to a comfortable seat. As you feel ready, palms come together, thumbs at the heart, Anjali Mudra. And we seal this practice with a single, very soft chant of Om. Take a breath in, exhale the breath away. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Namaste. beautiful night. No rush. No rush, no rush. Take your time. We have a fun little event here on Saturday. A little community event. Bread is going to be baked. It's going to be awesome. So if you want to swing by on Saturday, we'd love to see you. Thank you.